Here are 5 things that every tech lover should have around to make their lives easier. All the links will be down in the description below if anything catches your eye. This is the Anker 733 power bank. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I love this power bank is it actually acts as a wall charger too. So you can use it as a wall charger and then unplug it and take it with you in your everyday life. And it acts also as a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. It's got 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A port to let you charge 3 devices at once. And you can charge 3 devices if you're in power bank mode or if you're plugged into the wall. It works on both. Though if you are charging 3 devices at once just using the power bank, you're going to get a little less power than if you were to plug it into the wall. It's got up to 65 watts on one of the ports, and it will be divided based on how many ports you are using. Anker is one of the most well-known brands when it comes to the chargers, so this thing's going to be reliable. I've been carrying this thing every single day and using it a lot for over a year now, and it has held up well. You can see it's got a couple of not really scratches, just kind of wear on it. It's got this really cool button right here. All you have to do is press it and it's going to give you lights showing you how much battery it's got left. Moving on to number 2, and I believe everyone can benefit from having one of these, and that is the Samsung T7 SSD. This is the 1TB version. They are by far the most cost efficient and are actually on sale right now on Amazon. These things are extremely useful and handy because since they are an SSD, there's no moving parts. If you drop this thing, unlike a normal hard drive, all your data is going to be fine. It's got endless use cases. I personally use mine for backing up all my pictures that I take with my camera. So all of the raw files are stored on here, and then all of the edits are stored on here after I get done making the edits. And I also use it to back up some important documents or voicemails that I don't want to get rid of. Always nice to have backups. SanDisk also makes a really good one, and I use that one as well. However, that one is used to back up video footage. Number 3 is this brush thing from Amazon. Shout out to Accessorize Me for putting me onto this thing like 3 or 4 years ago. I now have like 2 or 3 of these things. I keep one in my backpack, one on my desk, and one in my room. Super useful. You just pop this little brush out and you can brush off your entire keyboard, get any dust or crumbs off of there. And then since the MacBook screen picks up a lot of dust, I normally just run the brush over the screen a couple of times to get all that dust off. This brush is really soft, so I'm not worried about it scratching or anything. I always just take my hand and make sure there's nothing in the brush so that way I don't scratch my screen. It also has this little square microfiber on the other end. That might be good for getting in corners, though I really don't use that side that much. These things are super cheap on Amazon, so I like to have multiple. It just makes it easier when I need to find it. Number 4, and this might not be for everyone, but this thing never leaves my EDC backpack. This is the Anker RG280V. It plays all of my old Game Boy games, Super Nintendo games, all that stuff. I have like all of my childhood games on this thing. Anytime I get a free minute on my lunch break or something, this thing comes in clutch. I know you can do this on an Android phone, but there's something about having physical buttons that makes this thing just a joy to play. The buttons feel really nice and it's built really well. There's a little bit of a setup process. It's not too bad, especially if I can do it, but it does involve a PC, so just be aware. Lastly, the 5th tech accessory I cannot live without are my headphones. The Skullcandy Crusher Evos. You can pick these things up on Amazon right now for less than $150, which is insane. These things deserve their own video, but I will very quickly tell you why I love them so much. I've tried a lot of different headphones, from AirPods Max to Sony's WH-1000X Mark III, 4, and 5s. And these things sound really good whilst having some serious bass. This bass will literally rattle your head if you turn the bass slider all the way up. For their somewhat lower price, these things are also insanely well built. It is plastic, but I have dropped these things on multiple occasions on concrete. They have fallen out of my backpack and they are still holding up really, really well. Might not be for everyone simply because of the bass. Granted, you can turn it off if you don't like it, but that kind of defeats the purpose of these headphones. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. It really helps me out, and I will see you in the next one.